Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. And if you are hearing the voice of me and Amani, that means that you are listening to Monday Vibes podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. Amani, how are you doing today?
Oh, fantastic.
I know, and there are so many reasons why.
Fantastic.
So many reasons why. So, as you guys can see, we are decked out in our Ferrari because
Yes.
Sunday was a big day. It was a big
Huge.
day for a lot of people, but big day for Team LH. Huge shout out to Lewis Hamilton for continuing to be the GOAT. And as a Lewis Hamilton fan, I will always stand 10 toes down for Lewis for all the accomplishments that he has made in Formula One and beyond. Okay. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to waste anybody's time. We're going to get straight into it. Amani, what did you think about the Barcelona GP?
Well, I just want to say this. I absolutely loved it. I thought that I would never see Ferrari win in a strategy kind of way, and I absolutely loved it. I when I saw it about like the between 25 and 30 laps, I go, "Oh wow, they out here really they really woke up and go, oh yeah, I think they can do this. I realized like, oh yeah, they can do this. And I was like, about time 40 came, I go, I said, wow, he really gonna win this. He's really gonna win this. So I'm hyped. Hyped. Listen, I said this before. I've always said that Ferrari had the best car on there.
You
They
did.
just had to just change their
You
strategy. The
did.
strategy wasn't there. The strategy just wasn't there, and that's what just like, but Ferrari, and I kept telling, I was like, this is not the year that Ferrari is not being Ferrari.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. So, what we do know, a couple things that we do know. Lewis
Mhm.
Hamilton setting the fastest lap, multiple laps throughout the
Yes.
race. Okay. We know that the safety car that that came out, Ferrari, their strategy, they got it right. And because they got it right, that's what won the race, of course.
Mhm.
And Lewis's exceptional ability to manage time. Okay. I don't care what anybody says. He is the absolute excellent in managing tires. And yeah, it was a victory. But before we can get to that victory, there were so
Right.
many victories that happened this weekend. Okay. We will
Mhm.
go back to Sir Lewis in a moment, but we have got to, if we don't do anything else, recognize the New York Knicks because they won championship that has been 50 plus years in the making. So if you're
Shout out
in
to
the
the
United
Knicks.
States of America, that same night, well, the night before, didn't it go into midnight? I think it went into midnight EST. I was
Mhm.
watching the game, couldn't believe it. New York Knicks, world champions in basketball. Totally just like love it. Absolutely love it. I was crying because that was my dad's favorite team. His
Oh,
birthday is June 18th. And so happy Heavenly Father's Day to my dad and happy Heavenly Birthday to my dad. And what other way, better way to celebrate it with the victory of the New York Knicks? So huge shout out to them.
shout out to the New York Knicks. Shout out to my cousin. I say this: I had lost my cousin early this year of
Mm,
suicide, and he was a huge Knicks fan. I mean, huge Knicks fan. So, when
I'm
OKC
so
got,
sorry to hear that.
eh,
So sorry to
thank
hear
you.
that.
But when OKC got knocked out, I was like, okay, I guess this is I'm just going for the Knicks. And as a family, we can see it in the group chat and stuff. Like everybody was like going for the Knicks and everything like that. So for him, so shout out to Brad, man. He got in one. I wish he was here to see it because he was die hard from Kentucky and everything, die hard. So
Yeah.
that's one reason that I went for the Knicks. So it was fun
Oh,
though.
good. Yeah. The huge celebrations that have happened all over the United States, all over the world, and also on the other side too. So
Hmm.
we had to acknowledge that. 24-hour Le Mans popped off this weekend too.
Yes.
Another one of my favorite races, in case you don't know, which I think you do know, that CrowdStrike is one of my favorite teams, period. Okay. And they won their class. So
Yes.
I'm huge shout out to CrowdStrike. They know that I am a humongous fan. I post them all the time, and I cannot wait to see them when I see them in Atlanta in October because I am going to the Petite Le Mans. So what else happened in the sports news cycle on Sunday?
Well, I would say shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes. They won the NHL Stanley Cup. So shout out to them. Shout out to
Okay,
Yabo. Yabo from
okay.
South Carolina. So shout out to everybody in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Beating the Las Vegas Knights for the Stanley Cup
Oh my
finals.
gosh. And also, huge shout out to Team Toyota that won their class in the Le Mans. And the reason why I shout out this team is because of both of the drivers that competed in the Toyota team. Um, Nick DeFries,
Uh-huh.
and who is the other gentleman? I have to Google his name. He was in Formula One as well. They both were in the winning team for Toyota. What is his name? Hold on, let me
Uh,
see. Um,
Let me
I'm just
see.
gonna look it up real. I'm gonna look it up really quick.
Yeah, but
It was Kobayashi. Yes, Kobayashi. So he was in Formula One too, years ago. And yeah, so they both won in Le Mans, which further, okay, I'm gonna say this, further supports
uh-huh.
my theory of Lando Norris leaving Formula One to go for the Triple Crown. I really think that Lando Norris can do this. All right. And I know why are you looking at me like that, Amani? Why are you looking at me like that? Don't look at me
Let's
like
see.
that. Look, let the record show that I say
Yeah.
this. So 10 or 15 years from now, when you're hunting down the Lando Norris rookie card because he has won the Triple Crown, you're going to be like, oh yeah, Tanya said that in 2026 that he should do that. I'm telling you, there. What other person can do that? I have a good chance at it. Fernando Alonso, no, I think he's going to be leaving Formula One this year. Who else can win the
They
Triple
can
Crown?
Max.
Max is not going to. Max, no, whatever.
He could. I mean, he can do endurance racing. That's why I think Norris is. He better start it now.
Norris was also at Indy this year, so he
Mm-hmm.
might be looking into it.
Yeah, promote a commercial.
And see, let me tell you something. Lando will start it, and then oh gosh, why do you even have to speak Max up anyway?
I
Anyway,
mean, listen.
Lando, do it before Max tries it. Okay, that's all I have.
I don't think. I don't think. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see him have any interest in doing that.
You never know because at some point I think he's going to have to move on and do something else. I really feel that way about all of them. What is Alex Albon going to do? He's going to keep racing in Williams until he's in his 40s? I don't think so. They all have to start thinking outside the box at some point. What
The
their
the,
what their racing career could really be.
the team has to start doing that. They have to
It's
start
not left
making
up to the
decisions.
team. It's not the team. It's the driver. It's his driving career, not the teams. And I say this because Nick DeFries was in Formula One, the most recent of the two drivers to be in Formula One,
Shout out Nick
and
DeFries.
he wasn't as successful as he hoped
Yeah.
to be, and then he just moved on. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at
No,
all.
no, but I think the thing is that these Formula One racers and they see there's the glory, there's a lot comes with Formula One. Not just like winning and everything like that. You have, it's a spotlight on them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really big on them just not wanting to just move on because they love the spotlight, they love the attention, they love all this stuff. So,
Well, Antonio Giovinazzi moved on, and he is a world champion now in Le Mans. So
well,
I
that was
feel like I feel like 'cause those are my two teams I was going for. I was going for Ferrari, and I was also going for CrowdStrike. So happy for CrowdStrike. Better luck next year, Ferrari. But anyway, that's all I'm saying. All right. So when Lando Norris does it, don't be calling me saying, "Hey Tanya, yeah, you were right." I know I was right. I know I'm just a girl with red lipstick that talks about Formula One and other racing series, but it might mean
I
something one
am
day.
I am very curious to see if he does it because, like I said, you can put an asterisk by that championship. I'm just saying, but uh,
Okay.
it would be. I mean, like I said, he has the age. He has the marketability to make people watch. Maybe you know. I mean, McLaren. I mean, Zach Brown made McLaren into this huge brand. So, I mean, it
And
wouldn't
they
be
would
too far
back
fetched.
him. They would
It would be.
definitely back him.
Yeah, because I mean, he's not going to win another title at Formula One, so it doesn't really matter. He might as well just move on anyway. One
That's
hundred
all I'm
percent.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
So,
And considering what's going on now and all of the hoopla about Max Verstappen going to Mercedes, which is still yet to be seen. Um, Max
I,
Verstappen may be racing in Formula
I
One
I beg to
for
differ.
the next few years, for all we know, for Mercedes.
I,
So get the drop on Max, Lando, is all I have to say. And they don't call him likable Lando for nothing.
who says that?
It's on the trading card, Amani. Where have you been?
I didn't see the trading card. I must
Yes,
look
it's
over
on
that.
like it's on the Turbo Attacks like years
Oh
ago.
yeah. Oh yeah.
His car
I gotta,
his card said likable Lando.
well, I mean, years ago, yes, I would say that until Piastri hit the floor, and then somebody tried to sell me a Piastri card in Kansas City
And
this
what'd you do?
weekend. I passed on it.
Why?
Well, it was two things. Number one, they didn't understand how Formula One cars worked. I'm not finna buy a 2025. And it was so crazy because he had no idea about Formula One. He thought I was just buying Formula One stuff. When I said yeah, this is rookie year, this is second year, so he had a third year card. I'm like, yeah, but then they have like it's driver portraits and it's race winner card. So you have a race winner card. So it's not really as much as you're trying to make it as, but I was like, I'll buy it at this point right here. I mean, listen, it was an orange wave out of 25. So I was like, cool. It was a PSA 10. Okay, cool. But not buying a third year Piastri and they're not winning. No, no,
If
you need
it was
to
his
keep that.
if it was his rookie card, he'd have a little bit more power if it was his rookie
Yes,
card. But
100%.
it wasn't.
No,
Totally get
no,
that. Totally get that.
100%.
So, on the trading card note, I
Mhm.
did purchase a trading card today. If everyone has a moment, you better get it while it's hot. The Tops Now card for Lewis Hamilton being the first win in Ferrari is up on the Tops Now website.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I grabbed one of those, and I had to get the collector's like little edition packet set of the Knicks.
Oh
Now
yeah,
Knicks.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And I
I'm trying to
posted
go
that
after
on my IG too. And there's a possibility that somebody can get like this card that has multiple autographs on it.
quad
Amani, how much do you think that card is going to go
quadruple
for?
the quadruple auto. I mean, it probably go for a million because people in New York. I mean, you have the greatest Nick ever on a card now, which is Jalen Brunson,
Hmm.
and which was so crazy is to think that. First of all, I think me saying that, I think people need to really feel for like Carmelo Anthony. I think
Why?
Because I think Carmelo Anthony's history in basketball had just got erased.
So it was
Um,
overshadowed by Jalen's.
the New York side. Okay, so the New York Knicks side of Carmelo Anthony just got overshadowed by Jalen Brunson. The Olympics side of Melo got overshadowed by KD. The Denver side is Joker, and because he even wears number 15 over there,
I
and
see. Didn't know that.
mhm.
Interesting.
So it's like, what has Carmelo Anthony really left for the team? But that's another story for another day.
Well, I did love to see that Patrick Ewing was there because when I was
Hmm.
growing up, that was the all-star of the Knicks was Patrick Ewing. I'm so glad that he's still alive, that he can share in the celebrations of the New York Knicks. And seeing him just reminded me of my dad. number 33. Never forget it. Um, did you see the campaign of people just wanting Spike Lee to get a ring? I did
It should
not
happen.
know that this man has spent millions of
Hmm.
dollars year after year after year to get
Hmm.
tickets to the Knicks game. Like, I really
Yeah.
feel like he should get an honorary ring. Like, he
Yeah.
is a part of the Knicks. Like, Spike Lee is the New York Knicks.
Yes, 100%. I think him and Ben Stiller have been there. I think the longest, if I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
mistaken. And
But
so
who legit is like, he's the
Spike Lee's
mascot of the New
iconic.
York Knicks?
Spike Lee
Icon.
is iconic.
Hands down,
Yeah.
hands down. So I hope in the celebration of the parade and the parade and stuff like that, that Spike Lee is included, as well as all of the players that were in the New York Knicks, the veteran New York Knicks. I hope that they're also honored and
Well,
commemorated too.
you do know that this is the first time they have a ticker tape parade for the Knicks winning. They did not have one back in
Really?
78 or whatever it was.
Why 77, 78? Why
Yeah.
not? Why
I,
did they do the Knicks like
they just,
that?
I mean, I don't think, I think it was just like, I think it was back in the day when we just went in, just went home.
They are going to shut New York down. I so love too that there was so much unity amongst people in New York City regarding the Knicks.
Are you
Um,
going?
I would love to go. I mean, I don't know when is the parade. I have no idea,
I
but
don't
I would
know.
definitely love to go to see. And yeah, but I would have to rush and get my Ewing jersey before I go because that would have to be the number that I have to wear if
Did
I
your, did
decide
your,
to go.
did your dad like Michael Jordan?
No. I mean, I'm
Okay.
not going to say no straight away because, but he was such a diehard Knicks fan, and he knew
Right,
that
did.
Michael Jordan stepping into the spotlight with the Bulls definitely made the
He probably did.
Knicks stagnant
Yeah, he
in
probably
being
did.
able to win anything during
Yeah.
that time. Okay. I love Jordan because, my dad was like, no, Ewing, Patrick Ewing, like the shoes, everything. But I was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was everything to me. And plus, I thought Michael Jordan was extremely handsome. Even as a little kid, I was like, oh my gosh, he's so dreamy.
Goodness.
Plus, two, just the all of the marketing that they did for Michael Jordan. Like back then, Amani, they
I want to be
pushed
like Mike.
Michael Jordan. Like everybody wanted to be like
It's a
Mike.
goat.
Every single campaign, athletic campaign, from Gatorade to Nike to like Ashley Jordan
Mm-hmm.
coming out with his own shoe, all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, the jerseys, the different, man, remember like when they came out with the shoes, they had every single type of color combination jersey that you can
Yes.
get with the Jordan, the 23 on the back. I don't know. I don't even know if my mom still has pictures of me, but a big thing when I was in junior high school was we would trade jerseys with each other. Like somebody would have a Michael Jordan
Ah,
jersey. Yeah, we would. See, I grew up in Italy when I was in middle school and like starting my high
rich.
school. No, my dad was in the military. We were on a military
Rich.
base. Boy, stop. But
Jeez.
anyway, what we used to do, okay, huge shout out to all my Sigonella, Sicily, Italy peeps, okay?
Woo-woo!
They know who they are, all right? Um, we are the Sigonella Stephen Decatur Jaguars in the house,
Oh
but
my gosh.
we all used to wear different types of jerseys. And I had a really special friend. I'm going to say his name. His name was Jason Kloss. Huge shout out to Jason Kloss. He was Filipino. He had every single freaking Jordan jersey there was. Okay. And wherever Jason is, I hope you're well and your family is too. But anyway, his dad bought him every single Jordan jersey. So he used to have dumb amounts of Jordan jerseys. I used
Jeez.
to trade jerseys with him. I was like, hey, Jay, can I borrow this jersey? Can I borrow that jersey? And I used to wear his Michael Jordan jerseys all the time. Now, did I ever have a fresh pair of J's? No, absolutely not. I didn't get a pair of J's until I was in my 40s.
What?
40s, yes. I did not buy a pair of J's for myself until I was in my 40s. Now, Jeremiah, my oldest son, he had every single pair of Jordans from the time that he was born to maybe like the time he was like 13, 14, when he told me, Mom, I hate wearing Jordans. I don't want to wear them anymore. His godfather was humongous. Actually, he actually worked at a shoe store at the time and bought Jordans every chance he
Mm.
got. So, and not to mention my youngest son, whose name is Jordan. Okay. And
Oh,
we all got into that story of how and when and why he was named Jordan. Okay. Because I tripped over one when I was pregnant with him. So, like I said, what? I didn't tell you that story?
I don't think you tell me the whole. I tripped over Jordan, so I just named my son Jordan.
I
Story.
did. That's what happened. So, long story short, I was pregnant. We were trying to figure out what we were going to name Jordan because his two older brothers' names both begin with J. I told you
Uh-huh.
this story. Look, everybody's going to be like,
Not
yeah, we
tripping
heard this
over.
already.
Not
But
tripping over
anyway,
Jordan.
I was going in the closet. I went in the closet, and as I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I was on the phone talking to Jordan's dad, who was a New York Knicks fan too, by the way. Rest
Y'all
his soul
Virginia
as
people are
well.
weird.
Actually, he was from New Jersey and my dad was from New York. Okay. We just all live here in VA, just like a whole bunch of other people from New Jersey and New York. All right. We're transplants.
Golly.
We're all transplants. If you weren't a part of the Pusha T, Clips, Pharrell, you are a transplant from
What
New
happened to
York
that
if you
boy?
live here in the seven
Right.
cities. Okay. I'm just saying, Virginia
Yeah.
Beach, stand up. But anyway, I tripped over a jersey. I tripped over a Jordan shoe while in our closet. And then I picked it up and I said, while I was on the phone with him, I said, How about Jordan? And he was like, I love it. So that's how Jordan got his name.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. And all of our sons' names begin with J. So
It's funny.
that's
My
the
son
long and
name starts
short of
with
it.
J, but his mom named him, so that's my story.
So what, you just showed up and you were like, What's his name?
No, I just signed the birth certificate. I was like, okay, cool.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right. Anyways, back to the trading cards. So what was I going to say? Yes. So the New York Knicks, they have the quadruple auto. They
Yes.
have other possibilities of getting other autograph cards in your set. So, may the odds be ever in anybody's favor who purchased those cards.
And it's a 1-on-1, I think.
A
I believe
couple
so.
one-on-ones,
So it should be
I
just one.
think.
Oh, look at
Nice.
there's
Get
Jerry's in the
out the
mix.
2009 Sports Illustrated for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So there's such a hiccup on that. Hey, Jerry, what's
There he
up?
is.
So there's a lot of hiccup on that. Like, is that Lewis Hamilton's official rookie?
No.
You think it is? Okay, Jerry says yes. This is awesome. I love that for you. I
No,
do.
the official rookie came out before that one. Now that's the most affordable rookie. I would say that. But that rookie is the other one out of I think the race series or whatever it was. That goes for stupid dumb money.
Which one?
The one with the low cut fade he got, and it's just his face on it.
Hmm. I still
Yeah,
have yet to see that. Yeah, you had to send that to me because
I gotta
I'm
send
not
this
familiar
man.
with it. Yeah, I'm
It
not
goes
familiar
for
with it at all.
dumb, dumb
I
money.
know that Sports Illustrated, like people, when the Tops Now #3 was out, before they came out with the Tops Chrome, that Sports Illustrated, that was the one that everybody was talking about. Like, no, this is the original rookie, not that #3, which to me is a treasured one of the ones that I treasure the most because that was like the very first Lewis Hamilton car that I got. And he said the low cut fade, you mean their terrible haircut. Listen, Lewis Hamilton has had a lot of different haircuts throughout the years. I will say this time he literally showed up like he was straight out of Monaco. Like that was like the iced tea slash ice cube curly hair with the hat on. Like I could have sworn it's like, yo, did he just land from California? It was
So
insane.
this one right here.
Oh, that's the C's. He got the Caesar cut. What's
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
the Caesar cut?
yeah. So that's supposed to be the rookie. Everybody's claiming like that's just like the rookie card.
Any who's, any ways, any whys. anyone who had the Lewis Hamilton card,
Could
whether he
be.
was racing for McLaren or Mercedes or even Ferrari. He said
Jerry,
the
what
forehead is
year
a
is that
five.
card?
I'm done. He said the forehead is a five head. Do not talk about Lewis because he
Mm.
got a head full now. It doesn't
What
even
year is that
matter.
card? Yeah, see, so
2009.
yeah, so the
Mm-hmm.
one with the Caesar is '05.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one like now listen, I still consider the tops 2020, right? Is kind of the best kind of quote quote rookie card, right? But
Why?
it just looks better. It just I think it's like cleaner. I think that it's just especially with the portraits and everything. But with but that '05, I believe that's a if I've been looking for one that I can get. But I really think that's gonna be a real sleeper on that one.
I think in the whole grand scheme of things, as he progresses through his career and whenever he decides to step out of racing, I think so too. I think that, of course, everybody right now is chasing the Ferrari because that's what's hot.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's all said and done, of course, those two, the Sports Illustrated and the other one that you had just showed me, um, of just a portrait of him, I think that that is definitely gonna make some
Blow
money.
up. It's gonna
Hmm.
blow up
For
like crazy.
sure. Now, getting back to this race,
Mm-hmm.
I, I, okay, I want to talk about the commentators. One, none of them said Lewis Hamilton. Not a one. They said Lando. They said Kimmy. They said George. None of them had said Lewis. It was just a
When they won,
complete. Not one of them mentioned Lewis on the Apple. When I was watching Apple TV, they didn't.
I
When
don't
they were
think
all
you
doing
heard it. I don't
their
know. I
predictions,
was
who
I
said
was screaming.
who said
What? Oh,
Lewis? None of them
oh,
said
doing before the
Lewis.
race.
I'm talking about the predictions before the race. You know how they always
Oh
do the
yeah,
predictions before
yeah.
the race. None of them mentioned Lewis. All of them mentioned, Russell, Antonelli, and Norris. Okay. No sooner than that race ended, all of them, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, Lewis, 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 Lewis. I was like, man, get out of
We was
here.
all
Y'all try
shocked.
to sweep. Y'all try to sweep the. I am never shocked. Listen, they try to sweep that man underneath the rug, okay? And I am not having it. And they will try to do any and everything. Did you see the video that I sent you on Instagram about Nico? What Nico said?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, what'd he say?
He's hating.
No, he's
I mean,
not.
he
He
said. I
said
mean,
that.
he said that he deserved the fit. He deserved the A title if he gets
Thank
it.
you.
But it's a
Now,
lot of it's a
okay.
lot of heavy breathing under that comment too. I think he
Oh,
deserved the
you
A
know
title.
who else needs to do some heavy breathing right about
Well,
now? And I'm just gonna take a sip of this good old water with my LH. If you're listening to us on Spotify, I'm so
that
sorry that
left-handed
you can't
water.
see my cup. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but I am confidently drinking water out of my LH Yeti cup that is red, okay, that my sister got me. Friends of Ferrari on one end and Team LH on the other. Because Amani needs to go on an apology tour because as much trash as he talked about Pierre Gasly, I'm going to take this long sip of water and let you walk that shit all the way back, homie. Go
Just
ahead while I'm
just
sipping. Go ahead while I'm sipping.
just because nobody else questioned anything about the the pit going into the pit, and they're the only one that just goes, "Oh yeah, I think we had an advantage of this," because nobody nobody went in there was like it was like okay, we're just going to the next race. Not Alpine, not Alpine. But like I said, congratulations on making another one on a technical difficulty. But just like Pierre, everything has to happen three times over for him to make the pole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You are reaching. Oh my gosh, that's the best that you can do, Amani. You suck.
That was
Hit
the
the boo
best.
button. Jerry, cue the boo button.
He's out. He
Cue,
just
cue,
left. That's
cue the boo
that's
button.
my
Boo.
dog.
Boo.
What we need to talk about in the race on how George
No, we're
Russell
gonna. Oh no, we're not getting off the
sold it.
subject just yet.
Sold.
Okay. Huge shout out to Pierre Gasly.
Yeah,
Pierre, the comeback kid. That is my moniker for him. That will always be my moniker for him. Even though he had a tough race, we know.
shout out
But
to Kim
for
Kardashian.
him to be able to have the utmost achievement of being quote unquote on the imaginary podium in Monaco for third place goes to Pierre Gasly. Yay, Pierre! All right, now
So
you could go. You can move on to your next point. I'm
he's
done
still
off
gonna
my
finish 12th in
soapbox.
the standings.
I
But
don't care.
but
A place is a place is a place.
shout
Okay.
out to George Russell for selling out. He sold on Mercedes. The thing is, if people go watch it, when people go watch the footage back, when Kimi had about 36, 38, Kimi had the fastest car there. George would not. Why are you fighting with Kimi?
Okay. Why is George fighting with Kimmy? It's because he wants to have a seat next year, Imani.
Yes,
Regardless of what we have spoken about with all of the memes, the Formula One memes are pointing to a Max Verstappen taking his seat. This man is still trying to hang tough and
that
fight for
doesn't
his
help.
seat as as he should. He knew he had to put on. He had to be Mr. Saturday on Saturday. He knew that.
And
And he
I don't think
did.
that helps.
He did. He was on pole. But he had to fight for it. Unfortunately, I think that he did concede. I think Kimi Antonelli was on him to the point he was just like, you know what, dude, just take it. And then no sooner than he takes it, his car
Yeah,
shuts off. That
yeah.
was wild, by the way.
Well, listen, Toto Wolf did push that button. Was like, hold on, let me just kind of cause a yellow flag, allegedly. But um, I believe that Kimmy fought. I think Kimmy fought too much around George, trying to get around George. Because here's an example, right? Charles Leclerc, Lewis came up behind him. Charles just got out the way. He knows what's up. Without nobody telling him, he got out the way, let Lewis go. He saw Lewis the fastest. Charles, with much respect, Charles, okay? He moved out the way, let Lewis by. This is my theory. If George would have let Kimmy by, I think we're having a different conversation. But George didn't because he knew Kimmy could have won the race. Literally helped out Ferrari
Yes,
and Lewis
yes,
Hamilton. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
And then when
I
Kimmy finally
agree.
went, and then when Kimmy finally went around him, I think the stress that Kimmy put on the car trying to pass George just blew it up.
Car.
Either that Toto pushed
Oh,
the button. Was like, no, let's just cause a yellow flag. But then it was too late. The yellow flag was too late because Lewis already changed wheels, gone.
think ya wouldn't want to be ya. So
So
let's talk about that because here we are now seeing a rivalry emerge between George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. It takes me
no
back
reason.
to okay, you can say what you want, but it's still there. You can see the tension building. You see that so much in Formula One. And let's talk about some of the most favorite beefs. Okay. Uh Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton came to
Oh boy.
McLaren.
Oh boy.
I think that was one. I think that was actually a big one, right?
It was huge.
Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, like they were best friends when they were kids.
They hate each other.
They don't like each other now. Um, Checo Perez and Esteban Ocon when they were
I
racing the
can see
Pink
that. Yeah,
Panthers.
that's right.
When they were
That was a
racing the
big
Pink
one.
Panthers,
That was a
that
big
was
one.
another one. Who else? Nico Hulkenberg and K Mag.
That
They
was
couldn't
good.
stand each other. They
A lot
couldn't
of
stand
Nico
each
in here.
other.
A lot of Nico.
And who else? Who were the other beefs? Okay, Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. That was a humongous beef in Formula One. They were on the same team. And who else? Oh, Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc. Do you remember that?
Was that a legitimate
That was
beef?
like a low. That was a low key beef. It was a low key beef, but they were still beefing. I think Haas. I think that was a big one, and definitely Esteban Ocon. But you could say Esteban Ocon and Pierre
And Pierre
Gasly.
Gasly.
Who is the most, from your opinion, Amani?
Here we go.
Who is the most level-headed person driver in Formula One right now on the grid?
Probably Albon.
Thank you. That's what I said. Listen, I was talking to a friend on the phone, and he said he was talking about Bottas. He said Valtteri Bottas, he thinks is one of the most level-headed drivers that are on the grid right now. And I said I agreed, but to me, Alex Arbon is definitely he does it for me
Yeah,
as far as the
yeah.
most level headed, even kill. He's not with. I mean, he may partake in the drama, but he is definitely not on the forefront of drama
He's there.
in
He's here
Formula
for a
One.
paycheck.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause he know he can't. He knows
and
he's
no drama, but like no drama at all. Like you don't even when remember that time that he was racing it, he was in Red Bull and he was racing against Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton literally knocked him off the track. And he was just like, "Oh my
all
gosh, I
right.
can't
Whatever.
believe this is
I'm
happening
only
again."
yeah. I'm only here because they tell me I got to be here. That's the
I
only
mean,
reason.
Christian Horner was more pissed at Lewis than Alex actually was. It was crazy.
He actually appreciates his seat. I think he's probably the only one that really appreciates the seat, and and I mean,
I think
you
that
know,
also speaks to the personality of Alex too. And but also Valtteri, a lot of people they sidestep him. And I was so happy that he went to Cadillac. And also Checo too. Both of them um because they were in the shadow of the spotlights of the number one driver at their team. Just say it for what it is. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen.
uh,
Valtteri Bottas, he did. He did win races, but he did take it on the chin a lot, especially like when Total Wolf called him Lewis Hamilton's wingman. If you would have said that to Fernando Alonso, I think he would have cussed everybody out in Spanish.
I mean, listen, but shout out to shout out to Bata, but trying to get away from like Lewis's shadow, which I mean, I kind of didn't want that to happen, but sometimes you got to find your own way. This it didn't work out. You know, I think he's gonna lose his seat this year. Also,
I mean, I still think that Cadillac is still developing. So do they do they still want these experienced Formula One drivers? Because I don't care what anybody says. Their Mercedes winning constructors had a lot to do with Lewis being so successful, but it also had to do
hmm
with where Valtteri Bottas finished too. And we
well,
cannot take that away from Valtteri Bottas at all.
also
So with that being
does
said, I really feel like he should keep his seat at Cadillac, in
it
my
also
opinion.
did help that he did drive one of the probably the most powerful, best cars ever in Formula One too.
Thank you. And I'm speaking to that from a development perspective because so did Alex Arbon. I mean, when he was racing for Red Bull, they were like neck and neck with Mercedes at that point. I mean,
That was all
Max was still
Max
getting his
though.
tail
That
whooped by
was yeah. That
Lewis.
was
I mean, Max was still getting his tail whooped by Lewis, but for all intents and purposes, that still was a good car. And Alex did drive that car as Pierre Gasly did, as Checo Perez did. So to
yeah,
me,
but
it would only make sense as Cadillac is developing. I mean, just think about it. If they put Colton Herta in that car, what does Colton Herta really know about Formula One?
well, I think they just want to just put him in there and see what he does. I think
Okay.
that's the goal. I mean, yeah, I
But I
mean,
still
you're
feel
not.
like they still need to work out the kinks of that car.
I'm
You don't
with
think
you.
so?
I'm with you
Like,
100%. But I just think sometimes they look at it like, well, let's just see what our future driver gonna do. Sometimes you gotta put him in there. You gotta start him off. I mean, I think every really team does that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get him. get a feel of these
as
tracks.
they're coming into Formula One. I mean, huge shout out to them in Le Mans though. It looked like that they were pushing. Cadillac was pushing hard in Le Mans. But in that case, I don't agree. I think that Colton Herta still needs to do what he's been doing with Cadillac. Was he the development driver,
Yep.
reserve driver? I still think that he needs to remain in that role for another year, and they need to still gather and collect information for America's team. Man, and I also like the culture that Cadillac is the American
They're
culture that Cadillac
starting
is
to
is
avail.
starting to bring. Yeah, starting to bring in Formula One. So I will say that. I've been looking at all of their content. I've been looking at their activations that they've been doing. And I'm just like, wow, they're really trying to bring the United States to Formula One. They're trying to usher in the American culture and all the multiculturalism of the United States into the Cadillac Formula One team. I hope that continues next year because I think that would be good for them to increase their fan base.
Well, I guess until they start winning, they're not really gonna get recognized. But they should. If
Oh,
they start doing a little bit better, they probably would.
well, they're getting recognized in other racing series though. Other racing series, they are
Of
pretty
course,
successful.
they
And I think
dominate.
last year I when I went to Petite Le Mans, I saw so many people wearing Cadillac shirts. I
They
just was like,
dominate.
wow. Yeah, like I was like, wow. And there are a lot of people of all different nationalities wearing Cadillac shirts. So I only think as they grow stronger in Formula One that they're gonna make the conversion of um fans and other racing series, they're gonna
Hmm.
convert them to Formula One fans. Just people that I know around here that figured out that Cadillac was going to Formula One, they were coming to me like, oh my God, Cadillac's going to Formula One. I'm so excited. So they inherently
Hmm.
took on Cadillac as being their Formula One team. My mom and my sister, they both converted. One, because my sister loves Checo, but two, Cadillac. And my mom grew up in Toledo, Ohio, right outside Detroit. And I'm telling you, in the era in which she grew up, you were not successful as a person unless you drove a Cadillac. So she's like, nope, I'm Cadillac. I love Valtteri Bottas. I love definitely Checo. Um, and yeah, she's both of them are Cadillac fans. Instantly, they converted. I said no. I love America's team, but I love LH more.
Ferrari's number one. Cadillac number two.
10 toes down, but huge shout out to Cadillac. Keep going. That's all I have to say. Keep going, Cadillac F1 team.
I think also is a thing of, like I said, I think these 2 years that they're doing it, yes, they're still in development, they're still learning this and this. My whole thing is how fast can they get close to pole? I think with this, even with these regulations, I wouldn't even count a couple years. I think that fourth year they could start really making noise.
If
I
they
really
keep
believe so.
pushing, they keep pushing, they keep making the necessary changes that they need to make, they keep
Hmm.
developing the car, they keep learning, what it takes to be a winning Formula One team. I think that it is possible. They've done it in other racing series. I don't think that they would be the exception to the rule. I mean, we see that in Williams, right? Because Williams used to be the pinnacle of racing and
Yep.
the major team in
Yep.
Formula One.
Mm,
And
I
then
know.
they had this terrible fall from grace. They've tried to
Really.
recover, and then JV goes to the team, and JV's been putting in some work. How long has he been there? Like 3 years now? Three, four? Is it 4 years or three? But he's been
I think
putting
it's
in some
four.
serious work, and now you're starting to see them at least be in the points. So it's something.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's not when it's not like back in the Ayrton Senna days, but still it's
No.
something. They're making some headway. They're not, 19th and 20th. Gosh, like Aston Martin team.
I told you, Aston Martin. I told you, Lance Stroll. Listen, I'm surprised. I said at the beginning of the year, I was thinking that Aston Martin wouldn't even finish a race.
I just feel so bad for them because what Aston Martin
No,
is
no, it's all
like
money over there. They're not crying.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I just get all excited when I see the emerald green because it's such a rich, opulent color.
I know.
I
So
can't. And then like you see the Aston Martin cars, it's like they are just so sexy. And you're like, Godly, how come this doesn't translate to Formula One?
because the ownership.
Well, be that as it may, do you think that Fernando Alonso is calling it after this season?
I don't know. I haven't looked at his contract. Why would he leave?
What? Okay, Amani, what do contracts mean in Formula One? Say it with me.
Well,
Absolutely nothing.
that is true. That that is true. But like I keep saying, I think that I always said that. I think Daddy Lance forgets he has a Formula One team.
And
I think
maybe
he wakes
so.
up. I think
That
Lance
may
Stroll
be
forgets.
so.
You know what I'm saying? What is
What
Lance
do you
like?
think? You really think there's somebody who wakes Lance Stroll up and be like, hey, get your tail on the private jet because you got a race on.
Yes, I don't think he go. I don't
Get
think he goes
up,
for
get up.
facilities.
You
Like
got quali.
even if
You got P2 and P3. You got to
I have
qualify.
and if anybody who's listened this far, okay,
I mean, that's
my
horrible.
name on social media is Money256. It's IMANI256. Please send me a video of Lance Stroll in some kind of machine that he's working out, that he's like right just practicing with the. See, I don't think he knows where the facility's at. I don't think I think you're correct at that. I think somebody wakes him up on Saturday or Friday and go, "Hey, you got a race in this city." He said, "Okay,
Get
let's go."
up, go get on the private jet. We
Yeah,
gotta go.
yeah. There's no way that he's doing any kind of strategy. There's no strategy meetings at all because they know that car's not gonna finish the race. So why waste time with a strategy meeting?
Stop it.
Get on the track.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Give me
my
videos. I can
gosh.
get videos of any other Formula One driver, but Lance Stroll.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I have no answer for you, kid. I have
Like
no
I said,
answer. I
like I
don't.
said, I don't think he knows where he doesn't practice. He don't know where the facilities are at. Yeah, somebody just wakes him up, and then Daddy Lance only shows up in Monaco anyway. At the Monaco, he thinks the race is over. I think he thinks the season's over with.
Oh my jeez. Because you haven't seen Daddy Stroll at a race. Like they haven't panned to him at all. He's like, I don't have so many other things to do. All of a sudden, he has become increasingly busy with other
He ain't got
ventures of
nothing
his.
else to do.
Man is a multi-billionaire. He does have something going on. I don't know what it
He ain't
is,
got.
but he
He
does.
only he's signing papers.
Okay. Checks, not just paper. Check.
You mean yeah,
Okay.
checks. That's it. To the other people that's doing everything else for him. Like I said, he's chilling. He's traveling the world. Like I said, I wish I could get a day of the life of Lance Stroll. What's that like? You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
Man, I don't know. Well, in the day in the life of him, okay, but I would not. That man intimidates me. I remember the Drive to Survive episode when Otmar got fired,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember he came into the there was a briefing room, and they I don't even know what they were going over, but he walked in there and he said, "Okay, you guys have 15 minutes." And it was like about 8 dudes in there, and they're all looking at each other like, "Oh my gosh, who's gonna break the news to him that whatever in the company has gone awry?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Golly, dang, somebody's getting fired," and it ended up being Otmar. That was crazy. That was a crazy episode. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like, it's
but any who's, any ways, any whys. When we look at the drivers' championship standing, we have Kimi Antonelli in first and Lewis Hamilton 41 points behind him. What does that mean to you, Amani?
it means that George will not be at pole ever again this year. If George is on pole, Lewis wins. because George is going to sell every race. Now, I'm trying to tell you.
That's what you got from this race and Lewis Hamilton being 40 something points behind Kimi Antonelli.
When I saw George make pole, I go either either Kimi, because Kimi was in fourth, I think, and I'm like, George finna mess this up. He finna mess it up. And then while I'm watching the race in Kansas City, I'm looking at this like, oh, he's not letting Kimi pass. This is hilarious. Like, you're slowing the whole team down, and I'm seeing Lewis up like 14 seconds. I go, he is not letting him pass for nothing. I said, this is so comical. Doesn't make any sense. Don't even make any sense. Because George can't stand watching him win a race. George is all in his feelings.
As he should be. His seat's at
Nah,
stake.
nah.
His seat is at stake. This
What
man,
have I been
look,
saying?
the house is on fire.
What I
And
said?
Mr. Saturday is trying to put it out.
What I say? What I've been saying?
This man
George
whole seat
Russell
about to
does
go up in
not.
smoke.
George Russell does not know how to race. He
That
doesn't.
Amani, that may be the case. However,
Oh,
that man is going to move to defend his seat like he is. I mean, I don't even understand why
that
people are
doesn't
even
look
surprised.
good.
I'm not surprised. Okay,
If you would have let Kimmy go,
I'm not. Let me speak to Team LH fans because I don't even know why you got that Ferrari shirt on right now. Okay, because
I'm just
I'm gonna
saying.
answer my own. I'm gonna
I'm just
answer my
saying.
own dang question. All right. So when I saw the leaderboard of Kimi Antonelli leading the championship, Lewis behind him by 41 point, um, a light bulb went off in my head. All
Okay.
right. And then I also see Kimi Antonelli and George Russell fighting. George Russell fighting for his seat, Kimi Antonelli fighting for the championship. As a Team LH fan, I got extremely excited. One, because I don't think that we're going back to the Middle East. Two, I think that the
Ooh.
Formula One season will wrap up in Las Vegas.
Baby.
And as long as Kimi Antonelli and George Russell keep fighting,
Mm,
and as long as Lando
mm.
Norris keeps Lando Norrising and Oscar Piastri stays in no man's land,
Ooh.
is this the opportunity for the GOAT to get the eighth title?
That would be funny.
I mean, I'm just saying,
That
it's
would
a
be
perfect
hilarious.
storm. Max Verstappen's walking home from Monaco races. Where is he? Where's Max Verstappen? He's nowhere. So come on, Lewis, dial it in, dude. Let's go. Let's win this championship. Yo, look at the next races. Where they're going? Where are they going to next? What's the next
Oh,
race?
no, let me look at calendar. Hold
I know July 4th weekend, they're always in Silverstone. Come on.
on.
That is prime time Lewis Hamilton. Like Lewis Hamilton has to redeem himself from last year and that damn Nico Hulkenberg being on podium, okay? He has got to redeem himself there. Then they're gonna go to Spa, right?
No, so
Spa.
it's
So where are we going next?
wait, hold on. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. It's Red Bull Ring, ain't it?
Red Bull Ring.
Yeah,
And
and
then we
then
have
so that's Austrian,
Silverstone,
then that's Silverstone,
then
and then
Silverstone.
take a little break. Then it's
Is it
Belgian.
Spa?
No, Belgian Grand Prix, and then Hungarian, and
Listen,
then that's the last one summer, and then we had to wait. God, that's a huge gap. And then it's the Dutch Grand Prix, and
they
then
go to Zandvoort, which I think that's gonna be a Mercedes track. But anyway,
Italian Grand Prix.
all I'm saying is that now is the time for the champ to buckle down because he has the opportunity to steal it. If Max Verstappen can slide and come in contention of winning championships last year, then all that crap. happened with Lewis, Lewis should take the same opportunity and try to snatch this shit away from Kimi Antonelli. And take that as a sound bite, Imani, because I mean it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Come on, Lewis, you got to pull this out. You have the opportunity to actually take this.
I would say this.
Continue to be in stealth mode. Hey, George Russell, please continue to fight Kimi Antonelli. Fight him. I want both the cars cutting off. That's what I want. I want y'all to be fighting so bad. Do
Well, do
wheel
you
to
know?
wheel. Go ahead and do wheel
I,
to wheel. Just fight wheel to wheel from now until the end of the Formula One season. So then Lewis Hamilton can just go right past them and win the championship. All right, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
so I think with, and I said this for Kimmy. I said I believe Kimmy's winning a lot because he's young and he doesn't know how. He doesn't really know the consequences of like winning. Like he doesn't know, so you just keep going. Right. The only thing you know how to do is just drive fast.
Money.
So it's like, but here's the deal.
What do we say?
But
What do we say here in the United States? Kimi Antonelli has no chill.
no chill at all.
No
But
chill.
now after this weekend, I'm very curious to see how his mental state is now for the next race. Because George might
What
have
do you
spooked
think
him.
that this George or the
George
Kim
might
Kardashian, the Kim Kardashian towel or George or both? Which one is it?
no. So I think the Kim Kardashian tale actually boosts his. You know what? That's another thing with George. That probably right there. That right there might have
Uh,
ticked George off for him not let him pass. I I get because
Kim Kardashian giving Kimi Antonelli a towel. Take George off.
yes,
Oh,
it's the attention.
oh my
Why is this?
gosh.
Why is this kid getting talked about? I've been in Formula One. I'm the guy. You know what I'm
But the
saying?
crazy thing is that you talk about George Russell having this type of attitude. You don't
How
think
he
that
always
all
been
of
at it.
no, but you don't think all of the Formula One drivers carry
No,
that same attitude?
no,
Really?
no.
Really? You don't think that none of them have thrown a temper tantrum? Max Verstappen, thrown a temper tantrum.
But that affected
Fernando
his like.
Alonso,
But
throw a temper tantrum. Lando Norris going in on Danny Rick,
you talking
throw a
about champ.
temper tantrum.
But they won titles.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying for a driver in Formula One to throw a temper tantrum
But you
is
did
very
name one
common.
number one drivers though. George Russell right now is number two driver. You know what I'm saying? Like you're naming like if you're a number if Kimmy had a temper tantrum, okay, because he's the number one driver. Doesn't matter. He's the leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? George Russell is about to one lose his seat. Two, nobody. He won the first race. He had the fastest car throughout all Formula One in the beginning of this whole thing.
Okay.
So with his attitude now, he sees everything is going not the way he wanted to go. So George is yeah, Karen all over the place right now. And
Oh,
this weekend showed that, and you know what I'm saying, like Lewis knows this, but like I said, if he's in Kimmy's head, it's just not a good look. Lewis could definitely, absolutely win this one in 8. Absolutely, I'm looking at it right now. Absolutely, and George Russell is going to be the reason.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for validating what I'm saying, Amani.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. All right, you know what? We can go ahead and end the show. Hit the music.
Shout out to Gas Man.
Yo, huge shout out to Pierre Gasly. George Russell, keep fighting for your seat, my dear. Keep fighting at all costs.
What a disaster.
Oh my gosh.
I know Total Wolf is. I know he's pissed. He can't sleep at night now. He's calling Max
But this
Seven
is
right
my
now.
thing. All right. So this is my last point.
Okay.
And you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And I have been smiling from ear to ear this entire show because this past weekend literally legit was one of the best weekends of my
Mm-hmm.
life. Okay. Got to celebrate my mom's birthday and then just see all these major wins for these teams.
That's right. You went to the
However,
UFC thing also.
before I did not get no, I did not. I did not. Okay. I was in Tyson's corner. Okay. Tyson's corner. Look, we were in our corner
Which
in
is in
Tyson's,
DC.
aka Tyson's corner. No,
It's in
Tyson's
DC.
corner is in Virginia. It's in Virginia. I was
Which
still
is
in
in
my home
DC.
state. Boo. Okay. Anyways, before we get shadow banned for real. Um,
Whew.
to this point, we see how Kimi Antonelli is racing so hard against George Russell. Everybody talks about George Russell losing his seat to Max Verstappen. What is, and I'm not saying that it is going to happen, even though a lot of signs are pointing to it. But with that being said, what is next year going to look like if they bring Max Verstappen in that seat with Kimi Antonelli, who's now on the ones and twos?
I if the obvious picture is Mercedes 1 and 2 every race. It's the obvious picture.
No, but who is going to be the one, not the two?
Oh no, Kimi. No, I think Kimi definitely be. I think Kimi's the one. Max the two. I think, and it's crazy because
What? And you think four-time world champion is going to stand on being the twos versus the one?
now here's the deal. Max, unlike Russell, will race his way to get to number one. He doesn't have to put a hissy fit up. He can still race his way to get number one. And on top of that, Mercedes has such a good car that it's gonna be
Keep
ugly
it
next
a
year.
buck. It is going to be a S
Kim
show.
me.
Yes. Okay. Which a lot of people are starting to get behind Kimi Antonelli. But what is it that we know about Max Verstappen? Do you actually think that Max Verstappen is going to enter a team being on the twos versus the ones? It is not going to happen. Max Verstappen will race Kimi just as hard as he has raced. I'm saying this right now. Max Verstappen will race Kimi as hard as he raced Lewis to prove a point. Okay. I don't know what kind of culture that they really want at Mercedes, but that's the reason why I'm like, yo, Toto, do you really want Max Verstappen racing next to Kimi Antonelli?
Yes.
We all know in this sport that the biggest adversary that you have on that track is your teammate. Okay. And you really think that Max Verstappen is just going to say, oh, yeah, here's Kimmy. When they put those visors down and they start racing wheel to wheel, somebody going to fuck some shit up.
I think or Kimmy turns into
In
Max.
the words of Daniel Ricciardo, fuck some shit up.
Or Kimmy
That's
turns
an
into
old
Max.
one, right? That's an
That'd be
old one.
another thing.
You said what?
Kimmy turned into Max.
But the thing is Max, do you really think that Max is going to concede? Max is not going to
He's not. He's
concede.
not. He's not going to concede. But he has to understand that if if Kimmy wins this year, if Kimmy wins the title this year, Max has to understand that he went over to Mercedes. Kimmy just won. So, but also I said Max will race his way to be the number one driver. Also, it isn't like
It's
he's going.
Kimmy, but the way that Kimmy races, let's be real here. The way that Kimmy races, does it put you in the mind how ruthless Max Verstappen can be? We've seen how hard he raced George Russell. He literally was on George Russell's behind until
Uh-huh,
George Russell choked. You
uh-huh.
don't think that that's going to be the standard of Kimi Antonelli racing anybody that's going to be his teammate slash opponent?
That's gonna be a standard.
Okay.
I'm very excited to see.
Okay.
I'm very excited to see.
Oh no, Total Wolf. Oh gosh, I don't
That's
know
your boy.
because
Better
Mercedes.
trust the
I just
process.
really I just really feel like that type of racing, is it in Mercedes culture? And what I've seen from Lewis being there to
He wants it
Valtteri
though.
being there to
He wants it. Toto wants
George
it.
being there,
And and
Toto
and
wants all that
Toto
smoke and drama. Okay,
Toto
fine.
want, and
Okay.
also Toto can control all that. I trust Toto to handle all that.
But the real question is, how long does Toto have in Formula One, though,
Oh, until the
as
wheels
team
fall off.
principal?
Probably
No,
another
I
10
see,
years.
and that's where I beg to differ. I don't think that Toto Wolff is going to be around for much longer in the capacity of team principal. I think that definitely within the next 3 to 5 years, he's going to move on. He's going to step back
Let's
and he's
see.
going to let another team principal
I would
take up
say
the reins there at Mercedes.
I would say this. The new if when the new regulations come and either he doesn't get it or he doesn't like the new regulations, that's when he drops. I think he's out of it then.
I mean, he'll always be like owner of the team, but I think that as far as team principal, traveling to races, all that other stuff, I think that will cease to exist. I low key think that he will probably even bring JV back to Mercedes and be like, "Hey, take
And
this responsibility as being team principal at
get rid of
Mercedes."
Williams.
Because no, I don't think they'll get rid of Williams. They'll give somebody else the
If he buys
I think they'll give
Alpine,
somebody else I think they'll give somebody else the opportunity to be team principal at Williams. But I think that James Vowell would be a really good candidate to be team principal when Toto Wolff leaves.
if he buys Alpine, does he get rid of Williams?
No, they can't.
What do you mean he can't?
I just think that Williams just the name Williams carries so much weight in Formula
I
One
know.
that they kind of just still have to be there. I don't think that dissolving that team would be a good idea.
Hey, maybe sometimes you just gotta do it.
No, not a
I don't
flagship team
I
like that.
I don't want it to go either. But
I hope
sometimes you
not.
just
I hope
sometimes
not.
I don't know.
But
I
I
don't know.
don't know. That's why we like Formula One because it's very unpredictable. You know, one minute we could be looking at one driver being at a team forever. The next minute they're getting
Yeah.
canned.
Woo, woo.
One minute a team principal is there. The next minute they're getting canned.
My God.
Somebody's announcing their retirement. Like
Mhm.
it, Formula One is definitely a circus, but that's what we love about it. That's exactly what we love about it. And it's so unpredictable. You know, I don't think that anybody, if you woke me up on Sunday morning and told me, hey, Lewis Hamilton is going to win the Barcelona Grand Prix, I'd have been like, I don't see that on my bingo card anywhere. But I'm so happy that he did, though.
I was actually going to call. I ain't gonna lie, but something
You
told me just not to, just in case.
say you're going to do
But I
what?
thought when I saw Russell's on pole, I was going to call you and said Lewis is going
Ah,
to win this race.
you should have. You should have. Then
I
I'd
couldn't.
probably been like, are you
I wouldn't did.
serious?
No, I would not. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm going to jinx myself. I just kept it, and I didn't even start making phone calls like the 63rd lap. I don't think.
I okay. Once the safety car, yeah, once I saw the virtual safety car, I was like,
Yeah, that was
and
it.
they brought him in. They brought him
That was
in.
it.
I was like, yeah, Ferrari, yeah, yeah. It's
That was
about
it.
daggone
That's the
time you got
strategy.
that strategy right. You got the
That's the
strategy
strategy.
right. Oh my god.
You got the strategy right. By the time they listen, that's what I told her. I said they're
Yes,
listening
I
to
was
Lewis Hamilton.
like,
They're listening to Lewis.
I couldn't contain myself. I was screaming. I was in my
That's
mom's
crazy.
suite. I was screaming. I was going crazy because I knew he had it then. And you know, I was so glad to sharing that with all of Team LH and all Ferrari fans. Because that was it was a really great reception and it was great to see him on the stage, national anthem
Mhm.
for both the UK and for Italy were
Yep.
played, and he threw the trophy up and he caught it. That was awesome too. So I hope that Lewis can keep that momentum going. I hope that George and Kimmy continue to fight.
Yes, keep it going. Double D,
And
yeah, every
let's go,
DNFs.
George Russell. Keep blacking.
Hey, that's
Y'all
what
can
he
fill
gonna
in the other
do.
blank. I'm gonna
That's what
say
he gonna do.
y'all can fill in the other blank, but keep blocking. That's all
Yeah,
I have to
that's what he
say.
gonna do.
Keep
Let's
blocking.
go. Awesome. So, like I said, yeah, I think that's is that it? I think nothing really else happened.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think that that's it. I think that moving
Lewis
forward,
won. That's all that matters.
exactly. I think moving forward, time will tell if this. I mean, and to me, if anybody can do it, the goat can do it. So
George
come on,
Russell.
Lewis Hamilton. We are 10 toes down for you. We're riding for you. And, huge shout out to Lewis because
I need
he just, I'm trying to tell you, he, between that and the Knicks, man, he definitely unified some people on Sunday. And
I
that was
need
really
George
cool to
Russell to be
see.
polled every week now.
Yeah, well, they didn't call him Mr. Saturday for nothing.
Oof. Oof.
They did. They called him what?
I know.
They didn't call him Mr. Saturday.
No, they do.
That's Mr. Saturday, as long as we know who Sunday is.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me and Amani tonight on Monday Vibes podcast. We will see you back in a couple weeks, 2 weeks' time. All right. Talking all the things major about Formula One, hobby, and other racing series. If you haven't followed us, please do on Apple, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you find podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
we are there. Follow us on Instagram. Me as Shy Beautiful on Instagram, and also Shy Beautiful, the L
Mm-hmm.
replaced by the one on Snapchat. And Amani, where can they find you?
A Money 256 all day. Quiet Car Podcast all day.
I hear y'all. Bye.
Peace.